for Toy Story. And you got a friend in me. And you know, the reality is, let me be straight and frank with y'all. If anybody's really feeling this, really feeling what I'm saying, and going through some shit in their lives that you think I can help out with, that's the only reason I do this shit, man. I don't do this shit to get over. I don't do this shit to make money. I don't do this shit for my ego. I do this shit to help people and to try to help this world in the small way that I can. I've played big stages, I've played small ones, but it doesn't matter who the fuck you played with because nobody gives a fuck. So maybe if one of you are going through some shit and I can help, let's talk after the gig, alright? I'm gonna cut one because, you know, time and shit. But this one is the one that everybody wants to hear. This is the one that's gotten over the best. And goes out to Raven. He's my biggest and only fan. And so yeah, he gets one. It's called Next Stop New Delhi. If you're having a rough time, you want to put a hand up or however you want to take this in because it's for you too. What a shit day I've been having. I just took one of them Seinfeld classes about nothing and about everything, and I walk in a typhoon rain to catch the Coach USA bus to see a jazz legend play. Outside of Port Authority, I see a punk chick, no older than 26. She has a sign that says, "I don't like pina coladas or getting caught in the rain," and I thought that was really clever. So I said, "What are you running from?" She said, "Heroin." I said, "All right, here's $13 of ginger ale and water, because I know you haven't eaten today, and you won't eat if I give you some food. So you kick it as hard as you can." Sorry about that. You kick it as hard as you can. And I said, "Where you going?" "New Delhi," she said. I go see the jazz legend play. She's been singing for 40 years, and she sings a song called "I Wonder What Became of Me," while reaching out for something that I know and she knows died 30 years ago in Europe somewhere, but she sings with the most feeling and heart I've ever heard. She sang to 15 people, which doesn't make me feel half bad because there's about 15 people here this evening. So I guess I got 25 years to go. Maybe I can get over it. Fuck. So yeah, I go back to my college. I see a bunch of blackout drunkards. I get scared. It scares me to my core. I go to a bar, take my leg off, and drink for 8 hours, watch some football, take my mind off of things. The next day I was kicked out of college. I moved all my things, all my meager possessions, into a Super 8 motel like I do every 6 months. My neighbors there were former junkies of 2 kids they weren't expecting. We're from Nolans, they say. Old man builds the pipeline. They stole my Howard the Duck DVD by mistake, but I digress. I can't help but wonder if you know, we're ever equipped for the lives that we are given. Because I know I wasn't equipped for mine, and maybe some of you weren't equipped for yours. And if you were, good on you. If you weren't, I'm with you. I can't help but wonder if about my friend Aaron, who dropped a 6-figure job in a great band to become a monk. He lived in a monastery for 4 years, 1 year without heat, the next year without air conditioning, and all they ate was like granola, and they had to do 1,000 push-ups or whatever, or 10,000 push-ups, I can't remember, some crazy number in order to stay in the program. That's a vibe, you know, self-consciousness. I can't help but wonder if I need a trip to New Delhi soon myself. You know, where all our friends will be, the living and the dead, the the former heroin addicts, hopefully, and the forgotten jazz singers. We will all be there together. We will cleanse our souls in every river. Because, you know, sometimes you just gotta cleanse. Not in New Age, right? But in a I don't know if I can handle this life way. This life is a lot better if we can all just join together and hang on to each other. Just, you know, live together. Instead of building walls, tear walls down. Just let people know you. Get to know yourself. Just open up your skeleton. Let them know you better than you know you, because you only got one life. What do you have to lose? So yeah, you know, it's about going into Delhi, because we're all running from something, whether it be heroin or heroines. We're all running from something. So how about after the gig? I think I got two more. How about after the gig, we all get into a van, a nice little conversion van, and we all lay on the floor like immigrants going from point A to point B, because that's all we are. We are going from point A to point B, because we all end up at point B. Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust, and hopefully those ashes aren't going into our lungs too often, for when the dust settles, we will regret that decision. Truth. The more you know. Rainbow. So yeah, you know, I'm going to New Delhi. Any of you guys want to come with me? Thanks.